All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife. Other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2. And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they? They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. Taylor down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen.
They run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance. And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 70, Indy. You better be afraid of me. You better be.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 32 on the play. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Score Niners 14, Giants nothing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's Jackson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. He finds Taylor. Complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. And we have it. Go.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get it back on track.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Orbit.
2nd and 5. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Go 58 to the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. I got you, punk.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
With it is Brown. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jackson on 3rd and long. Cooper's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They're going to look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Haywood.
58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike.
Second and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now Brown. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The give to Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And now look at him go. 20. Touchdown, Giants. Extra point attempt here still to come. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunk.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, 10. A big play there for the Niners. And even 70 yards on the pickup. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Once again, it's Barber. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
On third down, Taylor. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one good for 33 and a first.
Let's go. Now the wolf. Watching you try. Yeah. Whip. 81.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. How about this defense? For a 3rd straight play, he's going nowhere. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Let's go. 30 base.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 50 set. 70 ending. They can't hang with us.